Welcome, everybody. We're just going to give a couple more minutes here just to get everybody inside. Welcome, everyone. Just want to welcome everyone to the experience here today. Thank you guys for your time. Just going to wait about a minute or two more. Just going to let a few more people get in here. So I want to thank you guys for joining us this afternoon. I know everybody's busy, but we really appreciate it. Welcome, everyone. Just about another minute or so, we'll go ahead and get started. Just going to give some people a little bit of time to get in here. All right. How's everybody doing? Let me know where you're from in the chat. We are very excited to be showing you guys the Subzero today. All right. Well, we'll have more people here joining shortly. As this goes along, more and more people will join. So we're going to go ahead and get started because I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. But hey, everyone, my name is Sean. I am from the Spa Butler. Just want to welcome you to the webinar today. We are going to show you guys the America Cryo Sub-Zero and how it can help boost your business in more ways than one. So thank you guys for taking the time to join us today. I'm going to try to make this down to about 30 or 35 minutes or so. We'll kind of see how it goes. If anyone has questions at any point in time during this entire presentation, don't wait to ask by any means. Just jump right in, ask your questions, and let's make sure that we can get that answered for you. So let's go ahead now. We have some more people joining in. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to go ahead and get started with the presentation just because I know everybody's, kind of limited with time. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, and that is going to get us right to where we need to be. So give me 1 second here. All right. All right, guys. So my screen should be popping up here now. Um, Let me make sure. All right, good deal. All right. So I just want to again welcome everybody here. I'm gonna full screen this so everyone can see. Again, my name is Sean. I'm from the Spa Butler. Thank you guys for joining us today. But what we're doing is we're going over the America Cryo Sub-Zero and how it can help your business grow and add more revenue every month to your bottom line. So a little bit about us here at the Spa Butler. We have been in the cryotherapy and wellness industry since 2015. We have started over on the actual whole body cryotherapy side. And as our business grew over the last 10 years, we've expanded into many different things, such as, lasers, red light therapy beds, massage equipment, you name it, anything that has to do with the wellness industry, we have jumped in and we provide for a lot of our clients across the board. You can expect from us as the Spa Butler to give you premium wellness equipment that's backed by good guidance. We try to provide a white glove service with everything that we do. What does that mean? We take you all the way from start to finish with your equipment when it comes down to the purchase. And not just that, it really boils down to after the purchase. We are also your go-to to run side by side with you should you need anything in your business. So, we really pride ourselves on making sure that our clients are taken care of, get the best resources possible to make sure that their business can succeed. Because if our clients are successful, obviously we are going to be successful as well. So we try to provide clients with equipment that is going to give them a great ROI, something quick, so you're not stuck paying off equipment for long periods of time and then it becomes obsolete. That's not the name of the game here. So that is what you can expect from us here at the Spa Butler. Just want to kind of give you guys a breakdown of some of our clientels. Here's a couple reviews that you can see. My business partner Tyler and myself really pride ourselves on, again, running side by side with you while you're running your business. So we try to be the best resource possible, giving you all of the proper things that you need to ensure you run a smooth, safe, and profitable business. So here are a couple reviews from some of our previous clients. Just wanted to give you guys that. Also, wanted to go ahead and show you just a few more, just so you can kind of get a good background about who we are as a company. Um, so from there, what you guys can expect being here in this, webinar is to just basically educate you on the potential that you can get out of the America Cryo Sub-Zero and adding it to your business. We always try to pride ourselves on giving you pieces of equipment that attract high-paying clients and add a good value to your business repertoire, right? If you're adding a modality, you want to make sure that you're adding something that's not going to take away from what you're doing already. You want to add something that complements your current business, and that's what's going to give you the best benefit out of the piece of equipment that you're buying. So, this is what the America Cryo Sub-Zero provides for our clients. It provides that in a wide range of ways. And going forward here, we're going to show you. So, any questions about the Spa Butler so far? Anybody have? Let me know. Just feel free to jump right in. You guys don't have to, this isn't too formal. You guys don't have to raise your hand, anything like that. Just jump in, ask your questions, and I'd be more than happy to answer. So you guys are probably, for the ones who are not in the cryotherapy business and you're asking like why should I add cryo? What is it? Where did this come from and why is it becoming such a phenomenon across the United States? Well, cryo has been around since before Jesus Christ was actually here. It's been around since 2500 BC. The ancient Egyptians, used to use it in the cold compress form to deal with swelling. And from there, cryo has evolved into many different facets. Around the 1970s, when Dr. Toshima Yamaguchi actually began using it in the whole body form, to heal arthritic patients and things like that. That's where we really saw cryotherapy as a whole start getting on the map for its, ability to do many different things because of being able to flush blood out of the area. So when we talk about flushing blood, what does that mean? Cryotherapy is the only thing that can actually pull blood out of the area that could be hurt, whether it be from swelling, whether it be from arthritic conditions, whether it is from, just inflammation built up in a particular area. Cryo is actually going to flush that area of the bad blood that's stagnant in that area. And what it's going to do is bring fresh oxygenated blood back through that area, which is what flushes the inflammation and gets rid of the pain, swelling, and all those things associated with being hurt or discomfort. So as cryotherapy kind of progressed from there in the 2010, time frame, 2011, that's when the United States as a whole saw cryotherapy blow up and become extremely huge. Cryo, from that point around 2012, we see that it took on legs of its own, started growing so rapidly that people started opening standalone retail centers focused around cryotherapy and what it could do for the body. The athletic world was the first and primary kind of focus on it, But once people saw what it could do for arthritic patients, post-surgery, the list goes on and on. Cryotherapy became a huge phenomenon here in the United States. As that grew through 2018, 2019, and then COVID hits us in 2020, the retail side of things kind of slowed down a little bit during that COVID time just because people weren't able to open businesses. Unfortunately, a lot of lives were lost, and the business atmosphere just changed as a whole. So, from 2020 going on, that's when people really started asking, hey, what do I? Oh, I'm sorry, are you guys not seeing the slides? I completely apologize if you're not. I've been talking here. I'm so sorry if you guys have not seen the slides here. Let me know if you're seeing the slides now. Anyone in the chat can confirm that for me. All right, perfect. Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. I'm so sorry that you were missing those first couple slides. But yeah, in 2020 as a whole, the cryotherapy business went through a drastic change. And what happened there was people started looking for, a different way to run their business besides being tied to their brick and mortar. The America Cryo Sub-Zero has been around for over 20 years, but it really, really took, I would say, it took off running and jumped leaps and bounds over a lot of the other equipment in our repertoire just because it gave people the ability to move around with their business. A lot of people in the business atmosphere, wanted to be able to go places. With COVID, obviously, people were scared of germs, things like that. So the America Cryo gave them the ability to actually go to the client in their own comfortable atmosphere, provide a great service for them, and obviously provides great results as well. So with that being said, cryo really has taken off and moved into not just being something that you run in a brick and mortar facility, but it also has become something to where you can run a complete, efficient mobile business utilizing cryotherapy in the America Cryo. So a lot of people ask us, is Sub-Zero better than ice? Like, why can't I just jump into an ice bath, or why can't I just use ice as a cold compress? Well, what I'll tell you is there's nothing that can compare to cryotherapy. Ice just does not stand anywhere close to it. They're really just two different functionalities. Ice is a very topical type of process where it cools the skin surface. And yes, it does lead to some reduction in inflammation and things like that in certain areas, but it does not have the ability to penetrate below the skin surface. And that is what the America Cryo Sub-Zero has the ability to do. And that's what separates it from ice and makes it so much better of a piece of equipment. So, unlike ice, the Sub-Zero actually maintains a consistent negative 110 degrees at all times, which is a temperature range that ice can't achieve either. And then you just get that deep, fast results because of the pressure that's associated with the America Cryo as well. Because you're using CO2 to actually cool the skin surface down and things like that, the pressure that comes behind that CO2 allows that cold to penetrate much deeper than ice can reach. And that's what actually forces that blood out of that area and gives whichever targeted area that you're focused on, that's what gives it the ability to heal rapidly. So with the Sub-Zero, you're again delivering immediate pain relief. You're giving penetration, which the penetration is what's actually leading to that fast recovery. So, also with ice, the thing that you have to worry about is ice is always melting, right? As soon as you put ice into a bowl, into a tub, whatever the case may be, even if you're have ice with cold water, ice is always going to be melting 100% of the time. So there's a mess that's associated with that. For some of the people who are germaphobes and things like that, they may not want to go through that process because they don't want to have to deal with the cleanup and everything that's associated with after that. And then from there, we look at it from a business perspective. Can ICE really generate me the profits that I need to sustain my business? It's just not possible. Even if you have a cold plunge, even if you have, things like the blow up cold baths, things like that, like you're not going to get the same result that you're getting just because there's no pressure and penetration based behind ice. So that's going to be the big difference, and that's why the Sub-Zero adds such value to your business is because it actually delivers an immediate real result that you see continuing to happen over and over again as you use that. So I want to show you guys a video here. This is what the Subzero looks like in motion. So you can see, I want you guys to look at his face. Look at how, as soon as I'm done doing this treatment, I want you to see the difference in his eyes. So let's watch this real quick. This is a man who has not been able to bend his foot in months. How's that feel? Yeah. It's incredible to see how fast of a result you can get with this. He's had a plantar fasciitis issue, not being able to bend his foot stayed straight for long periods of time. And this was the first time in months that he was able to actually walk without a limp. The next morning after I delivered this treatment to him, the guy came back to me and gave me a hug. And he was like, I don't know what you did with that machine, but I have not been able to walk smooth in months, and he felt no pain the next morning when he was walking. He called actually about 7 days later after that, and I was asking him, "Hey, how do you feel? Like, tell me what happened with you." This guy is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu fighter. He runs his own Brazilian jiu-jitsu schools, and he was telling me that on the mats he had not been able to move around like he moved, and again, months. So being able to deliver that in such a fast period of time, that was only a 30-second treatment that we did on him, and that's the result that he actually got with that. So I'm going to give you guys just one more. Here's another example. So right after that, he was able to bend his hands. He was dealing with wrist issues the entire time from obviously he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter as well, rolling on the mats, people stomping on his wrist, things like that. He was having such issues bending it. He was able to bend his wrist. He was able to get a real result. And again, this is only within a 30-second treatment that he's getting that. The unique thing about the Sub-Zero is you're giving treatments in either 30 seconds, 90 or 60 seconds or 90 seconds. So it's a very, very quick process, doesn't take away a lot of time from you as the practitioner, and it's very easy to train your people on how to run this device and give real results. So now we're going to talk about the business of cryotherapy, right? How big is this market and what can I really do? What can I expect out of this? The global cryotherapy market was worth about $207 million. dollars. And when I say the global cryotherapy, I'm talking specifically cryo. I'm not talking about any of the other med spa services that are out there. I'm talking directly about cryotherapy. It was worth about $207 million dollars in 2024. Through 2025, that number grew, and we are expected to eclipse about $325 million worldwide by the time 2030 comes around. So you guys can see there's tons of room here for your business to grow as more services get added for you, and as you keep growing your business, adding maybe different facilities, adding on different patients, different styles of patients, things like that. So it gives you a very, very wide array of not only just time but a wide array of people that you're able to service. So the Sub-Zero actually provides you the ability to do multiple treatments at one time, and when I say that, it has four different facets, I would say, that it kind of fits into. And one is going to be obviously pain relief. The second is going to be beauty. So you can do things like get rid of wrinkles, tighten up faces. If you have some of that low hanging skin that comes on the chin, it's able to get rid of a lot of that. Then from there, you can also do body sculpting with it. So for people who come in after pregnancy, maybe they just had a C-section, this is able to reduce scars, sometimes even get rid of them as a whole. You have people that come in with, loose skin after they maybe had a surgery or a weight loss surgery, something like that. This is how you can snap that skin right back to its original elasticity, help them get rid of some of that loose hanging skin that may be uncomfortable for your client. And this is going to do that in a very fast form. So that's what's very awesome about this. And then from there, one of the big things that we always like to focus on is making sure that you, as the business owner or the practitioner, is an expert in running this device. So, one thing I highly encourage with this, you can buy this device and you can do an online training with it. Very beneficial. The other side of that is we do offer an in-person training with this as well. And believe me, 10 out of 10 of our customers that get the in-person training don't regret it because we go through so much. We go through so many different things from how to sell, how to upsell, how to actually work this device properly to get a result. And then we also go over frequency and time that it needs to be used. So that's kind of the business of cryotherapy as a whole. And, anybody have any questions so far? Is everybody doing good? Looks like everybody's doing good. Great. We'll keep pushing. So, one question I always like to ask everybody is, how many businesses do you know that you could start for under 10,000? The average brick and mortar business that somebody starts, they're going to be putting out anywhere between 100,000 upwards to $250,000. If you're in a larger med spa or something like that, you're talking 500,000 plus. The America Cryo gives you the ability to start a business in a box for under 10,000. You can do one of two things. If you feel like, hey, I'm a brick and mortar person and I like to be inside of a facility all day, that's perfectly fine. You can run your business just like that. But maybe you're the type of person that doesn't like to be stuck down, doesn't want to be held and, confided to one place all day long. This is what this gives you the ability to do. You can actually pack your box, your tank, throw it in the back of your car, and you can move around and go service people all over your city. So there's not too many businesses that I know that gives you that ability. And I've been an entrepreneur myself for almost 15 years, and I really haven't seen anything that gives you this capability here. So this is what's very unique about it. Business in a box, you can start it for under 10K and you don't have to be stuck in an office if you don't want to. So one thing that I always try to go over with everyone who's, potentially looking at this device is how important are sales, right? Being proficient in sales and having a team that follows the path that does the upsell can be a major determinant factor in the success or failure of your business, right? Um, Not just bringing people through the door, but having people that know how to actually upsell when your clients are there in front of them. That's a huge advantage. One thing I like to show med spa owners or just wellness clinic owners, things like that, is the average profit margin you can expect yearly is about 20%. What we're trying to do here is show you how to add an additional 10 to about $15,000 a month extra in liquid cash to your business every month. And that's what Subzero actually gives you the ability to do. So on average, we've had many people come to us and say, "Oh, hey, how do you get to that 15,000 a month? Like, where do you pull these numbers from?" This is an average of what our business owners do after they purchase the Sub-Zero. And, we have proven things such as like Zelina Wellness down in Palm Beach, Florida, who they actually made about $90,000 off of this one unit in their first about 90 days of business that they opened up. So, and this was a complete experiment that Zelina Wellness did. They were not based in Palm Beach at all. They came in, they got a $400 a month salon suite that was about 500 square feet, and they were able to generate almost $90,000 out of this Sub-Zero, just working with the Sub-Zero alone, doing body sculpting, pain management, and then helping, post-pregnancy, post-surgery patients, things like that. So that's the name of the game here. We're trying to show people how to add, a good amount of revenue monthly to their bottom line to help boost that business and just add cash to their bankroll every month. So one of the big things that, we try to cover here is a lot of people are buying the device and you're like, what happens after I buy the device? The biggest thing that we try to tell you is about starting your business lean and following this process that we do here. Marketing is going to be the biggest thing that you can put your money towards, not your build out. So many people that we see jump into business. I know you have to have a phenomenal center. We appreciate those very much. But what we try to show our clients is by starting a lean business, starting small, that helps you to generate a good one-on-one presence with your client. It makes them feel that, hey, this person is completely involved in what my goals are. And then it allows you as the practitioner to really focus on what your client goals are, creating a plan to get them there, and then executing that with the piece of equipment that you have. So marketing is going to be your vital piece of your business. I mean, it's going to be the number one thing that you should focus on. And then as you grow your business, that's when you can really start dumping the money into expanding, getting bigger facilities, making your facility look like $1 million, things like that. Not telling you you shouldn't do that from the start. You definitely want somewhere inviting to get the client through the door, but starting lean is what we highly advise. And so how do you do that? That's the number one question. So in today's market, we all know marketing strategies have changed, and that's just due to social media. That's due to people having to start these YouTube channels. People are starting to do podcasts, things like that. And hence, we're here in a webinar. Creating an online presence is extremely essential for driving traffic to your business. I mean, unfortunately, in today's market, and as we move forward with the younger and younger people getting older and wanting to start businesses, the way that they find you, back in my day, and I say that, but back in my day, it was a simple, hey, I go to Google or Yahoo, I search and I pick where I want to go. But today, it doesn't really work like that. That is one portion of the business, and that is one portion you have to have. But the other portion of the business is creating that online presence. You have to create that presence in order to develop a relationship with your audience. Your audience is what's going to convert into your clients. So we use that online presence to build trust through social media. Videos are obviously one of the greatest ways to do that. And what that does is it helps your client actually feel like they know you before they walk through the door. And that's the name of the game. If your client can have that trust already built up, feeling like, hey, I know my practitioner before I even walk through the door, then the only thing for your job when they walk through that door is to upsell them and make sure that you're A, getting to know what their goals are, B, creating that path to success to reach their goal, and then C, you're doing that through obvious education through with the client, and then being safe and operating the equipment just like you normally should. So that trust is what leads to people actually coming through your door. And then from there, your website, the education that you put out maybe on a YouTube channel, things like that, those are what are going to help build that foundation and get people through the door to keep wanting to come trust your business and getting the result that they want. So those things that we mentioned before by creating the online presence, building that trust through social media, your website, and education, that's what's going to attract that quality client. And that's what's actually going to get them to come through the door and spend money with your business. So, what I'm going to show you next is going to be exactly how to do that with this marketing strategy. So, here are the tools that we actually utilize for success. This is what we have had the most success with our clients with, and I'm going to go over that here with you now. So, after you build that trust and after you build that rapport with the client through your social media following, website, all of that stuff, you actually have to track that client to convert that client into a dollar sign, right? And what you're going to do that with is by using the proper CRM. The customer relationship manager that you choose in today's business market is going to either help you sink or it's going to help you swim. That's the reality. There's so many tools today available to business owners that I know, like, back in the day, I say that maybe about 10 years ago, we were stuck beating the phone, we were stuck doing the emails, we were stuck responding to our chats, on social medias. These are all things that take time away from us as the business owner operating, and that actually leads to dollars going out the door as well, because we all know that a lot of times as the business owner, you're the one working it. If you do have employees, things like that, you're constantly having to train or coach them up to get people to actually stay within your business and utilize your service. In today's market, there are things and tools that we have out there that can nurture those clients for you and keep them coming through the door and actually retain that client. So, through a customer relationship manager, we highly recommend Lead Fuel. Lead Fuel is actually one of the greatest CRMs that are out there because of the capabilities of it. I'm sure you guys, if you're in this industry, you're very familiar with, some competing CRMs such as, let's say, Vigaro, let's say a mind body, things of that nature. We've all heard those names before. And then when you go look them up, because you're like, yes, these are great tools. When you go look them up, you're looking at spending somewhere between 350, 400, depending on how many services you have with them. It's 500 bucks a month. And not only that, but then you got to worry about, can I integrate with it? Can I integrate my other CRM that I'm holding my client information in? Can I integrate my QuickBooks with it? Can I integrate other systems that you may have for other pieces of equipment? That's always the worry. With Lead Fuel CRM, you can get rid of everything else. Lead Fuel has an all-in-one system that gives you an AI agent that actually works for you. It's going to convert that client from going from your social media, website, all those other things that you're trying to do to attract clients. It's actually going to create an automation client funnel so it can manage it for you. So that's something that you guys always got to keep in mind for today's marketplace. Like we're in the AI realm. If you're not utilizing that, then you're basically losing time. And that's something that is a huge advantage. Most people, of course, you got to have the Google ads out there. That's mandatory. But everyone kind of forgets the other side of that is you got to have a CRM to manage those clients. You have to have the CRM to nurture the relationship with those clients. And you, as the business owner, don't want to sit there for 3 hours a day sending off one email or one text message one by one to each of your clients going down the list. It's a waste of time. You're burning time, which could be giving you money. And that's what we're after here. So we highly recommend looking at a Lead Fuel CRM, or if you don't want to do that, there's other ones out there. Don't know if they're as robust as what this is, but what I can tell you is this gives you one of the greatest opportunities to nurture your client and keep bringing that through the door. So this with Lead Fuel CRM, it gives you actually, the ability to market. It gives you the ability to not only market, but it gives you the ability to nurture that client. And forgive me, I'm going to go back, but it gives you the client experience all in one place. And you, as the business owner, don't have to worry about that. So, how do we do that? We do that by creating funnels. So, in Lead Fuel, you can actually create CRM funnels that gives the client awareness, shows you how to manage it, and nurtures the prospects that are coming through your door. So, that is a huge advantage. You don't have to sit there all day and do this kind of thing. Through the AI agents, they're going to actually have pure communication with the clients, and I'm talking about full conversations. The AI will learn your entire business, learn your website, and it will provide answers to your clients while you're sleeping. And that's one of the benefits of utilizing a proper CRM. So, how much is it? Like, what can I look at? What am I going to be spending if I go down this journey, right? This is very, very unique because 97 bucks a month, guys. That's what you have to really look at here. Everything that I just mentioned before, as far as managing your client, nurturing them, creating the email blast, creating the text message marketing, the automation, all these type of things are at your fingertips for 97 bucks a month. And I am a equipment provider, and I can tell you I work with thousands of wellness clinics, med spas across the country, and most of them on average are spending upwards from $350 to $500 a month to get a quarter of this capability. So I don't know what else to say, but that's an incredible thing for me, right? We even use it in our business. That's to tell you how robust it is. So it's phenomenal. And if you guys want, there's enterprise servers that you can use with it, things like that. Obviously, those are more expensive if you have, let's say you have multiple stores, or if you have, 3 to 5 stores, something like that. You can utilize this for all of them all in one place. So Let me know how we're doing. Anybody have any questions? You guys let me know if there's anything that, I'm missing or you want to know about. But please, jump in here, chat. Let me know how you're feeling about this. Everything's good. Everyone looks good, so we're just gonna keep on moving. So from here, this is what you guys get with the Lead Fuel CRM. So if you guys are looking at maybe acquiring a new CRM, this is what all you're going to get with it. You're going to get a complete build out of all of your automation funnels, right? You're going to get done for you landing pages. So when I say that, we actually, Lead Fuel is the CRM itself, but to set it up, normally someone would pay almost 3 grand for the setup, service and everything like that to get all your automation, all your funnels done, everything like that. Normally that's almost about $3,000. Today for you guys, for everyone that's on this webinar, we're offering a discount on it, and it's $1,597. That's a one-time setup fee, and that's going to build everything that you need to do done for you landing pages. It's going to actually drive the traffic to your website, drive the traffic to your social media, things like that. The only thing that you're really having to worry about outside of this is your Google Ads, and it's just because Google is a separate entity by itself. So obviously everyone has to pay for the Google Ads, but this does the complete build out for you, creates your landing pages, creates your automation, creates all of your training that needs to go into your CRM so it can actually be distributed out to your clients. And then from there, you actually get support. So should you need anything, you can pick the phone up, you can give us a shout, and we can help set this up. So that's just one thing. Again, you guys, the CRM is one thing that's essential. Whether you're using Lead Fuel or not, that's completely fine. But we just wanted to show you guys this because this is actually how you drive that success to your business. So a lot of people ask, Sean, how big should my business be? I know I mentioned earlier we see clients that spend quarter million, $500,000 on build out, and the facilities look awesome, but then what happens after that fact? After that money is spent, it's gone. How are you going to market now? This is the position a lot of business owners get into to where they're like, okay, I've blown my money on my build out. Now I got to figure out how to get clients through the door. What do I do? And this is where I was really going over earlier about starting your business lean. Starting your business small, being able to build up your cash flow, and then going on and moving into something bigger, that's the optimal way to run business. Start lean, minimize your risk, conserve your capital throughout that building portion, and then that's going to show you how to validate your business model. So when we recommend that, starting in something like a 3 to 500 square foot salon suite, that's a great start. Again, that gives you that one-on-one ability with the client, lets you know their goals, lets you come up with a real strategic path to get the client to their goal, and then you're able to deliver quality results because, hey, you can spend the money in bringing more people through. As you get that money in, you can add additional pieces of equipment that can, again, help your client reach the goal that they're trying to get to. So, that's what we always recommend everybody, starting your business very lean, getting into something small, build your cash flow up as much as you can. And then at that point, that's when you can kind of spring your spider web out there, grow your business, grow into a bigger brick and mortar, expand into new locations. And that's where you're going to start really seeing that revenue double or triple. So, a lot of people ask, like, what am I able to charge with the Subzero? Like, what can I charge people? How am I going to get this return on my investment? And this is kind of a good basis to show you guys when it comes to pain management and the aesthetic portion of it. Uh, that is going to be one kind of set price there that you're going to work with. But when you're over here on the aesthetic side, you're working with like fat loss, skin tightening, the wrinkle reduction. That's where your money really comes in because what you're doing is you're trying to get your client in on packages. Being able to sell those packages gives you a higher ticket amount. And then all you're really worried about is the one consumable that you have with this product. And the only consumable you have is actually CO2. CO2 is extremely affordable. Unlike the regular cryotherapy machines, where nitrogen is hundreds of dollars that it costs you for a single tank, the average tank of CO2 costs anywhere between about 27 and $35. So out of that tank, you can generally assume you're going to get anywhere between about 10 to 15 people. So you can see how quickly with those type of numbers, you can actually get that rate of return on purchasing the piece of equipment. So on average for like a fat loss session, a single session alone, you're looking somewhere just depending on your market again, because you're not going to charge the same thing that you would in Beverly Hills that you would in Cleveland, Ohio. It's just not possible. It's two different parts of the country. The income amounts in those two areas are going to be totally different. So you actually want to align with your area to make sure that you're providing an accessible treatment to your clients. But this is the good base range that you can assess for, hey, fat loss. If I'm bringing in for somebody who has, we're trying to freeze the fat in their abdomen or something like that. For a single session, you're looking at about 75 to 350 bucks. If you have someone who is trying to do a skin tightening service, like they have some loose skin from losing weight, maybe they were, just had a baby, something like that, and they have some loose skin that they really want to snap back and get tightened back up. You can look at charging somewhere between about 75 and $150 for a single session. Wrinkle reduction, that's going to be those corners of the eyes. It's going to be the forehead. It's going to be underneath the chin, things like that. On average, again, about 75 to 200 bucks. Scar reduction, same thing, about 50 to 150 bucks. And guys, I have seen some incredible things happen with scar reduction post C-section with this America Cryo device. So incredible unit, multifaceted, can deliver extremely great results, and you can do it in a variety of ways for your customer. So from there, when you're dealing with like pain management, the pain management side's a little bit less as far as like what you can bring in, just because you're doing smaller areas and it's less intensive of a treatment. So if you're doing like an ankle, a knee, something like that, maybe an elbow, somebody has a rotator cuff issue. On average, all the way across the board, what you can expect to charge is about 25 to $150 for a single session. So you're asking what's going to be the 25, what's the 150? So like on a small area like an ankle, you're probably going to be charging somewhere around, I would say 30 bucks to 35 bucks for that. If you're doing a rotator cuff for a shoulder, you're probably looking somewhere closer to 95 to $100. And then if you're doing something like maybe someone's whole back or something like that, that's where you're going to be looking at charging them about $150. So it does give you a very good kind of range of what you can charge, but this shows you for one-offs, you can see how you can get a good rate of return here with the device. So moving on from there, what we like to do is sell this device in packages. You're never going to ever try to sell this on a one-off, right? You may give an introductory offer to get somebody through the door. Like that's the best thing that we've seen work. So you may give someone an introductory offer of, hey, for 30 bucks, that's going to be your initial session. And then, that'll get them through the door. And by having a client commit to paying $30, 9 times out of 10, they're going to want to move on and commit to, doing the rest of the actual sessions because they're like, hey, I saw something happen in this one introductory session. I really want to see what can happen over the next 6 treatments, 8 treatments, 10 treatments, whatever the case may be. And now when we get up to that, you can see these prices jump up. So this is with body sculpting here. This is what's actually going to drive the most revenue back to you. So if you're doing like abdominal sculpting, if you're doing, the cryolipolysis, and when I say that, it's going to be freezing those fat cells and trying to help get rid of the fat that is actually lodged around those. Due to the pressure that comes out of this, it breaks up that fat and moves it to the lymphatic drainage areas, and that's how you're able to actually work this device and get the numbers that you're getting out of it. So you can see these are premium packages for body sculpting. That's where your largest ticket item is going to come in. A 6-pack is almost $1,500, 8-pack almost $1,800, and a 10-pack is almost $2,000. So guys, let's really think about this. If you sell one of these packs, you're almost paying off almost a quarter of the device. Okay. So you can see how getting packages like this sold is going to give you an ROI on that device faster than probably a lot of the other equipment that's in your spa currently. So that's looking at the body sculpting side. Now, if you're just, let's say you're a chiropractor, a physical therapist, something like that, and you're looking at it from a pain management side, this still gives you a great rate of return. You can see for like a six pack here for doing targeted cryo, whether you're doing ankles, knees, things like that, hair stimulation, because this is a great unit to actually do hair regeneration with. So someone who's dealing with hair loss, you can help those follicles regenerate that hair because of the pressure in the cold. Pardon me. So six pack, we're looking at about 750 bucks that you can actually sell that for. Eight pack is going to be 900, 10 pack is going to be 1050. And I know these are high number prices that you're looking at for the packages. So you're like, hey, Sean, maybe I have clients that come in and they can't afford these packages. So that's why I'm selling one-offs. No, 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 guys. That's not what we do. You always want to encourage the client to do these packs because that's where they're going to see the big results. I'm just being 100% honest with you guys when I tell you the client is not going to get a withstanding result in that first session. They're going to see something happen, and what happens in that first session is generally what's going to drive them to keep coming back to you. But in order for them to get a long-lasting result out of this piece of equipment, you're going to want to see that client about 6 to 10 times. That's where you see the result actually stay. That's where you see the client get that result. They're extremely happy with the result that they get. And then they come right back because they're like, hey, I know I came in for my ankle this time and I bought a pack from you. I saw great results with my ankle, but you know what? I think I've been sleeping bad. That rotator cuff of mine is giving me an issue. So I think I'm going to re-up with you and go ahead and get another package to take care of that rotator cuff if that's what it did for my ankle. So again, these are ways that you're able to get yourself that fast rate of return on purchasing this piece of equipment. So at this point, we always like to educate you guys on never losing the sale, right? There are so many things that you can do. I know those package prices were a little bit high, and you're like, hey, I don't know if my clientele can afford that. No, we make it affordable. That's what we do, okay? You don't have to lose that sale. You don't have to lose that client because there are services out there that your clients can actually finance those packages with you as the business owner. So with companies like Affirm, Klarna, I'm sure you guys have seen Shop Pay. Those are three things that you can actually utilize in your facility through the CRM with Lead Fuel. You can actually utilize those things for people to finance those packages at a low monthly rate. Okay. So somebody's buying a $650 package and they want to finance that $650 with you. That payment could be something very low, like 35, 40 bucks a month, just depending on the credit. And it's not a hard credit inquiry that they're doing to be able to get this financing. This is a soft pull, and 90% of the time, we see the client get approved and you actually get funded the very next day. There's also these other services that we have here, like with Cherry, Care Credit, and Power Play. Though Power Pay, excuse me, those three as well. The client can come in, fill out a one-sheeter on an iPad or their cell phone directly. They'll fill it out, they'll get a response right then and there, approved. And then what happens for you as the business owner is you get funded the very next day. So this is an incredible opportunity why you never have to actually lose the sale. You don't have to let people walk out the door because there are ways for you to make sure that your client can get the service they want because they wouldn't have came through your door if they didn't want the service. B, you can eliminate that whole process of, oh yeah, let me go back and I got to talk to my husband or my wife and see if we can afford. No, let's make it affordable for the client. Let's make sure that we can get that client to the end result, which is either being pain free, losing some skin that, was loose and they were like, I just need to tighten it up. And one of the big things when the client is in front of you is understanding their journey, right? Understanding what is the goal you're trying to get through. Some people they come in and they talk about, oh, you know, I want to I want to lose this and I want to lose, I want to lose 5 inches and I want to lose, 80 pounds. And hey, we don't know what the client does once they leave your facility. We're providing a service that we know can get that achievable result, but once the client leaves, if they're not doing their part, then there's nothing you can do. So, understanding the client's goal and what they're trying to achieve, that's number one. Putting it in a perspective that the client can understand the value of what they're doing, that's the second part. If you can help that client, you as the business owner I'm talking about, if you can help that client understand, hey, yeah, I get you might want to lose 5 inches and stuff like that, but we don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. What we want to do is make sure we're giving you a quality service that leads to the result that the client is wanting. And by doing that, we can be realistic and we can tell the client, hey, what if I can help you lose one pant size? If anybody in the chat there, if you lost one pant size, how would you feel? You know? I know me personally, I feel great. I would be like, okay, I lost one pant size. Maybe we can go down two. That's a lot more achievable than trying to tell somebody, hey, I'm going to help you lose 5 inches. You don't know their body type. You don't know if once they leave your parking lot, they're going to McDonald's and getting a Big Mac and chicken nuggets and French fries. You don't know any of that stuff once they leave. But what you can do and what you can ensure is through your quality service, you can give the client a realistic result. Like, hey, by the end of these 6 sessions, what if I can help you lose one pant size? Or what if I can reduce this scar that has been troubling you for the past 6 months? What if I can reduce that down to where it's almost not visible? Imagine somebody coming in post pregnancy, having a C-section or something like that. They have this scar that they're constantly looking at every day. Imagine you can reduce that down to where it's not a lump kind of scar. It's not huge. It's not long. Imagine you can reduce that down to being almost invisible for the client or reducing it to where it's flat against the skin. Those type of things are such a morale booster for your client that that's a realistic result. And that's what this can actually provide for you. So again, never lose that sale. There are options out there for you to be able to get paid as the business owner. And from there, you can deliver that quality result that you know that this device can do. So why is everyone talking about the Subzero? Well, I want you guys to see a couple testimonials here from some of our previous clients that actually own the Subzero. They are practitioners using the Subzero, and I want you guys to see what they're saying about that. So give me a couple minutes of your time here. Let's check this out.
Curious why top health professionals, recovery clinics, and aesthetic experts are raving about America Cryo? In this video, we've compiled some of our most powerful success stories from getting clients satisfied to getting their business ROI at their peak. Hear it directly from our clients. It gets me the money that I need to get. It gets the results I want. Very easy to use. I've used quite a few machines, and this is the one that I like and I highly recommend. I was working as a registered nurse making $5,000 a month, and now monthly revenue is about 30K. My clients are getting all these results from reducing pain to reducing the fat areas, and they are coming back for more. I made almost 2 times the what we paid for this device in the first month alone. I made 50,000 from just cryo this month alone. It is a quicker turnaround. They get faster results, and it's not a 45-minute treatment killing your back and arms. We got into the American Cryo Subzero. That's generated more traffic to our business and obviously generated more revenue for the business as well. The return on investment's just great. America Cryo has the best price point against any of their competitors. Been around for over 20 years. It sets me apart as an esthetician. This machine allows you to do so many different things as opposed to buying separate devices. I'm able to provide anti-aging treatments in the facial, the Frotox, helping with their neck. I'm able to help with fat reduction, do body treatments. I am able to help my athletes with muscle recovery and any kind of injuries they have. We can get the benefits of having an ice pack on the area for 20 minutes
in a 60-second treatment. And that's one of the reasons why our patients love cryotherapy, because they get all the benefits of cold application in a much shorter period of time.
It was an amazing investment. The versatility of this device and what you're able to treat, it's just like it feels endless. I'm very excited about this product, and I would definitely recommend this for your spa or healthcare service.
The initial cost is actually pretty affordable compared to the competition of localized cryotherapy. People see and feel the results because they are pretty instantaneous. It's not a problem to get your ROI on this device.
My clients are the ones who are getting me more clients and more clients and more clients. It is a quick treatment. The results are happening. It sprays so nicely.
Adding the Subzero local cryo devices really helped us in speeding up that recovery time.
What really brought me over to it was the actual results of it.
Your clients are going to get better results. And at the end, they are not only going to come back to you, but they are going to spread the word. I have literally had clients that have changed the way they're eating and started working out because they started these services.
It fits almost every need that you need for any client. It's been great. It's been able to be a valuable resource to me, another revenue stream for me. It's game changing how detailed it is and how powerful it is. It can help you extend your career, prevent injuries, and help you recover from injuries a lot faster.
Best thing also is that it's so portable. You could go mobile, you could do events to help grow your business and the awareness, or you could just be in your own space. So highly recommend it. You won't regret it.
So that was just a quick overview, some of our success stories that we've had with the Subzero over time. And again, guys, it's an incredible offer. It's an incredible machine, very versatile, as you can see. And so it lets you do so many different things with one unit that a lot of other units can't do. So you're probably asking, hey, how do I purchase this, right? I want you guys to look at this, maybe not like you would look at another piece of equipment. If you guys are looking at doing something, if you're interested in the CRM and getting that built out for you, and you want to do the Subzero, that could be available to you for as low as $375 a month. Okay. That's what you have to really look at. That's one package, guys. If you sold one package, it could cover your monthly overhead for operating this device. And from there, everything else that you get for the rest of the month could be pure profit that's going back into your business. That's what's awesome. So we have two different things that we actually offer with this unit. You can do the online training, which is what a lot of people do. So the Subzero unit itself alone is $8,495. If you wanted to pair that with the Lead Fuel CRM so it's able to drive customers to your business, the one-time setup fee for your entire Lead Fuel CRM system with all your automation, all of your preset functions, everything like that done for you is $1,597. Then from there, it's just $97 a month. Okay. So that both prices, when I tell you that the Subzero itself and the Lead Fuel CRM paired together for $375 a month, guys, this can be yours. One package. That's all we're looking at selling.
I got a question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have a question? How long does it how long does it take for the CRM, the setup situation? How long does that, and do you guys do that, like the build the website and everything?
Absolutely. So with the CRM, if you are looking at doing that, the setup fee actually does cover setting up your landing pages that come with it. And then from there, you're also going to be getting a complete build out again. And when we say automation, this is going to be the AI agent actually interacting with your customer, asking the questions to see what the goals of the customer is, and then making sure they're either scheduling the appointment with you. And the other thing that I want to make sure I let you guys know about that CRM is you can actually take payments and do your scheduling, do your outbound calling, everything like that can be done within Lead Fuel CRM. That's why I was telling you it's very different than like a Vagaro or a MindBody or something. I know you can have attachments with those programs that you can send out text message blasts and things like that. But this actually does all of the interacting for you. So your clients will be having a full-blown conversation while you're asleep with the Lead Fuel CRM. It will be answering their questions. It will be scheduling them a service time to come into your facility. And then also, it can actually take payment right there within it. So there's no reason to miss that client whatsoever. Then from there,
Is it just for the with the Subzero, or can people buy that the CRM access like individually without the
absolutely.
purchase of the Subzero?
Yeah, absolutely. So you have the ability to do either or. If you wanted to do the Sub-Zero by itself,
Okay.
this is what you're looking at right here, right? The Sub-Zero with the online training, if that's all you wanted to do, perfectly fine. You're looking at $315 a month if you wanted to finance it out. And again, you can get the online training, very awesome. You will be successful with that. But what we highly recommend is doing the in-person training when you're purchasing this device. So if you're looking at doing the Sub-Zero with the in-person training, that price is $10,995. Again, that's only $408 a month if you're looking at financing it. So, hey, sell two
Well,
packages.
you already got me, man. You got me. Hey, it's Ryan. I don't know. Remember, it's Ryan from Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah,
When we talked, you already got me on this. I had to check this out, and I'm excited about this whole thing. I'm super excited.
Ryan, man, we really appreciate you actually attending this. I know you're actually one of the guys who you use your body every single day, don't you? So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, you're the perfect candidate for this. I hope you've seen great results with the device. So you can definitely attest to its capability and what it can do for you. So yes, you do have the ability to get the device by itself if you wanted to, or again, if you guys maybe you have it already, or maybe you have other services and you like, hey, the Sub-Zero maybe not for me, but you do still want to drive traffic to your business. You still want to put about maybe let's say on average about 3 hours a week back into your as the business owner back into your own pocket. You have the ability that you could actually purchase the Lead Fuel system by itself as well. What's unique, you can finance that as well. That's only 59 bucks a month if you wanted to, get it completely built out and be ready to rock and roll. You don't have to touch anything, and then we'll train you on how to utilize the service after that once we build it out for you based on your business. Again, you could finance that 1597, and that is only 59 bucks a month. So guys, there's really no reason to not jump on something like this. If you're the person who doesn't want to be tied to a brick and mortar, you want some flexibility, or maybe you have a job already and you just want to add some extra income and you're like, I don't want to put out all the money on, starting my own med spa or wellness clinic and stuff like that, and you still want to be in this industry, this is your chance. This gives you the opportunity. All you got to do is, like I said, sell one package a month. It covers all of your fixed cost. And then from there, it's pure profit for you as the business owner. So, what I want to do here now, guys, I am going to actually show you the Sub-Zero, and I want to make sure that you see how it works in person. From there, I'm going to go ahead and put in the chat our Sub-Zero link directly. If you guys want to go over to that link, you can click on it. You simply just add the Sub-Zero to your cart. And once you go down to the bottom of your cart, you will see the capability to actually finance through Affirm, Shop Pay, Klarna, any of those things. And again, guys, it's an extremely affordable payment a month. You sell one package a month, that's going to cover you and all of the overhead that you have with this device. From there, you're looking at pure profit. So,
Hey,
I'm gonna
hey,
show
Sean.
you.
Hey, Sean. I know there's other people on here, but I got to roll on this one. I really appreciate you showing this. But can I talk with you? Not to cut everyone off. Can I talk with you later on the Lead Fuel, the CRM system?
Absolutely,
Uh,
man. Absolutely. If you want to go ahead, you can either put an email in the chat there and our team will reach out to you. We'll go over everything. If you want to get more in depth with that, you can ask more questions. We'd be more than happy to cover that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for everything.
Thanks
I'll
for
be talking
joining
to you.
us. Absolutely. So guys, this is the Subzero. Just want to show you how easy it is to operate. Once you connect this to your CO2 tank, very easy. Once you guys can see the light, that blue light tells us that we're in optimal function range. Anytime you see that red light populate, that means that you're too close to the skin, and the skin area could be too cold. So that just means move away from it. So what we want to do is keep that consistent blue light the entire time. Super easy to use. Hope you guys can see this. This is your menu function. You have either 30, 60, or 90 seconds. You can also do continuous if you wanted to run like a large area, like a back. Then you have the fogger. The fogger is one of our most unique pieces of equipment. This is going to help you do faces, backs, large areas, small areas. This is what we like to call our magic wand. So very easy to use. Check this out. And you guys can see just by doing that, look how cold it got. That's going to tighten my skin. I can actually feel my skin already pulling, just from doing that small thing. And that's what's unique about this. Instantly off the bat, your clients are going to be feeling a result. So again, guys, not going to take up too much of your time. Definitely went a lot longer than I anticipated. Hope this was beneficial to you, and we hope that we can earn your business. Any questions before we get off of this today? Please feel free. Put me over in the chat. I would love, to answer that question for you before we get off. All right, guys. Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for attending. Again, the link is right here in the chat if you want to go over to the website and you can see, if you want to look at purchasing the device or maybe looking at the Lead Fuel CRM, those are both two options for you. Definitely click on the site, see if you get approved. Again, 350 to 400 bucks a month. That's all it takes to actually run this device. Everything after that is pure profit for you. So thank you so much, guys, for attending our webinar. We really appreciate it. Thank you from the Spa Butler, and we hope that we can earn your business very soon. You guys have a great evening.